Yes. Hey, how y'all doing? It's Magi Archers in the building. Amira squad up, and guess what? I got the pleasure of being with the goddess, the sister Esther right here from Urban Asset Protection. Show you how to protect them assets. She was gaming me on how to protect my asset, and I just felt so vulnerable. I'm like, man, so we got a lot of game and stuff to do. How you doing today?
I'm good. I appreciate you bringing me out. How you doing?
It's good. It's good. Kicking back. Got a lot of. You got a lot of information.
I tried.
How you get that information?
Years of accumulation.
Hey, people who know me know. I told you to your face. Okay, I submit because I was trying to. No, that ain't right. No, that ain't right. She was right. And so one thing we start talking about, not to get into my personal business, but your company is to protect assets, correct? And what does that consist of?
Well, a lot of people, they may feel like they don't have assets to protect. When they do, they could have that prize $50,000 recipe that their grandma won with Betty Crocker. That's an asset that needs to be protected and copywritten, and it's something that you can leverage to go get a loan because it's worth value. Sometimes people are like, I have this old car my grandfather left, but then you turn around, that car is worth $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 because it's a collector's edition. So sometimes people have diamond rings, jewelry. I think people feel that they don't have assets when they do, just because they haven't been trained on what is something of value.
Interesting. I remember my first time having to fill out a financial statement, maybe whether for a loan or whatever. They ask you a series of questions concerning assets and all kind of things. And when you ain't got nothing to put on the line item, or don't know what some of the things are that you can put on the line item, it's daunting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, what? So I flipped it around. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this as a sheet for anything I need to go get in life. So that I know when I'm stepping to some institution that my paperwork is correct. But again, we was talking about something that a lot of people have a little bit of, I don't know if they got an objection to, but they're skeptical about it. You was telling me something about proper UCC filings and...
Absolutely. You want to file, because I know if you're in the sovereignty community or the conscious community, you don't have to be black or white, right? It's just this train of thought that has formulated, but I mean, it's actually what people use every day in business. So your mortgage company, if you have a mortgage, let's say you have a mortgage on a car, usually in proper uniform commercial code, the person who owns the loan, to secure that asset in case you go into bankruptcy or anything of that nature, that they are the first lien holder. So if, let's say, you default on that car, usually they will file, or legally they're supposed to file a UCC1 to say that they are the first lien holder in case you default and you have a whole bunch of other creditors in line, that they are first in line, first in time. And that's what that paperwork tells them.
Wow. It's very interesting because I swear to God, I gotta be just as an elephant in the room because I'll be hearing Polite talk about this, and I'll be skeptical. I don't know, and then now you telling me, it's all good, huh?
I never heard Polite talk about it, but I mean, whatever he mentions it's definitely pertaining to what he's referencing. I know that the business aspect of the Universal Commercial Code is used specifically to file their claim on the property if you owe a loan on it, or if you're utilizing it for collateral for a loan.
And the property, which should never be in your name.
Well, some properties are in your name, but we're talking in a business aspect. If you're in business and you're in the commercial realm, all assets should be named in the name of the business or the entity that is protecting it.
And then this separate entity which is created, which is a UCC, is that an entity?
The UCC one is like a receipt. So when you leave the store, would you like a receipt? That's what they ask you. The receipt is proof of purchase, but the UCC one, in layman terms, is proof of claim. So let's say that you walked into the store and you said, "Hey, I want to buy this pen," and they say, "Well, give us some cash," and you're like, "Well, I got this hat. This hat is worth some money, right?" So you hand over your hat, as collateral. Right?
You made me laugh.
I didn't take that.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay, we're all in the
Yeah.
philosophical world. So you hand over the hat and they give you the pen, right? So what's the receipt that you're saying, okay, as soon as I'm gonna take this pen, I'm gonna go flip this pen with all the ink and all the liquid, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna bring you 2 pens. If you hold this hat and you give me 1 pen, I'm gonna bring you your money back. Well, what's the person?
Hold on.
Right, because you got to flip it, right? Yeah, because the hat is collateral. All right, it's collateral. That means that you're about to go out. You're going to use this. They're going to give you something. They're going to hold this, and then you're going to bring it back to pay them back, and they're going to give you your hat back, and you're going to trade off either the money or an extra pen. We're using the pen. Hope I'm not losing anybody out here. Right, but what's the receipt? What's the proof that you got the hat, that I'm supposed to bring the pens? So the proof is the UCC.
So the hat is the collateral, correct?
Right.
And then the proof would not be the contracts or the documents
Right.
that
What's the
enforce the
contract?
agreement?
What's the contract? How do you enforce the agreement? How do you enforce an agreement?
So in the sense of owning the property.
In the commercial world, you enforce an agreement with the UCC1 because that UCC1 is filed by the Secretary of State, right? The Secretary of State is the only true notary. Right? Because every other notary underneath the Secretary of State or the corporation sole, if we want to get into this whole conscious, so the corporation sole is the Secretary of State.
Corporation sole?
The Secretary of State is a corporation sole. They are one of the...
That term is new to me. Corporation sole.
You gotta research. Corporation souls are popes. A pope is considered a corporation.
Spell soul. I'm just saying it ain't like soul, like religious soul, or is it S-O-L-E? Okay, that's
corporation soul.
I just
Yeah, I was like S-O-L-E. Corporation. So that's the we'll research that later. So a Secretary of State is the only true notary, and as the only true notary, every other notary is deputized. So we can utilize that concept of in the Old West when the sheriff comes into town, and he says you are deemed,
But when would that deputized notary be?
When you get
unofficial?
your apostille seal, when is it?
When is it not as good as the official notary from the Secretary of State?
UCC ones are always filed with the Secretary of State, and that's why it's official because it is notarized by the only true notary within the state. It's a very efficient and important.
So what I'm failing to understand about this is what benefit. Now I don't want to play myself by asking the question.
That's okay.
But what benefit? How would that benefit me?
If someone tried to run off with your money, you have proof. You could take them to court and you'll win.
I have proof anyway. That's what I'm saying. Am I wrong?
It's the final absolute proof where no one can argue with you.
Well, so my money, because the UCC is filed. I like to think things through. The UCC is filed after I've given them collateral. So if they try to run off with my collateral, or if they try, what if I'm actually like a collateralized loan for a property that would be in my possession? How could they run off with that or something? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Because we're going into just the straight basic principles of what the UCC for. It is there as a public notice that you have true ownership or you're first in line to be paid in case of a default or in case someone tries to not pay you your money. Basically, if they default and they owe you something, that is your public official receipt.
Got it. So, okay, you just cleared it up for me when you start talking about the liens and stuff because...
You're filing a lien against it. And the lien will be released once they satisfy the terms of the contract. Then you'll because the UCC has 3 parts.
And okay, that's crazy. That's not nothing I could get in one YouTube session, y'all. So don't be looking like, that fool puzzle. Like, for real, because, I don't be trying to act like I know everything. I don't mind learning, and I definitely don't. When somebody got greater knowledge, I'll just be like,
but all this stuff is free. This is all, you can look up the UCC UCC1 code. You can look up the California State Limited Liability.
Yeah,
Code.
but like I said, when we get in this age of disinformation and misinformation and hustles and scams,
I mean, it's just on the website.
what you mean though? Certain people repackage stuff.
I don't know.
It's not. It don't matter if it's repackaged good to present something good to your people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm just gonna take this, I got this, and they ain't gonna feel it that way. I'm gonna bring it to them like this, and they're still talking about the same stuff.
So we're talking about in the realms of business. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna stick to.
Okay, but this is what I mean. In the realms of business, what you're explaining to me, maybe I'm just puzzled. I am a CEO of a company, not to say I'm a good one, you know, I'm just saying it's functional, but I'm trying to say, I ain't heard a lot of the stuff with a lot of hired help, a lot of accountants, a lot of lawyers, and all that stuff. And so I'm wondering, how is this particularly arcane information in business, or is it not hidden information, or is it like, you know?
It's not a code information. It's out there. I do talk to a lot of attorneys myself, and they're familiar with the UCC1, but you should go to, there's UCC, there are mezzanine UCCs, there's like all these different type of loans that involve UCC1s, and you could look up UCC1 attorneys, you know what I'm saying, and you can hire them. I mean, it's a whole uniform commercial code, but it's universal. The UCC applies in Brazil, it applies in Belize, it's a universal code.
Commercial code, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so just because the attorneys, and you know, you may not know, but I was precancerous about maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I was bedridden, and I didn't go out of my house for 8 months. So I said, well, if I'm dying, I might as well die smart. So I started buying all of these ebooks on UCC1s, on how to do business credit, without the use of your social security number, how to do all of these things so that, in case I did make it, I could, you know, really ramp up my business. So I bought, I mean, you can go through, I got so many books, you know, on Amazon, Audible. It's ridiculous. And I just sat there and lived. I mean, 8 months is a long time to just not leave the house.
How much do you think your studies contributed to your health?
You know what contributed to my health? I'm not sure, but I left the country and stopped eating processed food. But I'm sure it really activated my brain waves and kept me vital, which could give me the energy and strength to digest the food, you know what I'm saying? Because you start dying. My father died a couple of years ago, and I saw the whole process, and I was a geriatric social worker, so I saw the process of death. And it always starts with, I don't want any food. You know, even if you get sick now and you're like, I'm not eating anything, I don't feel like it, you're kind of starting a dying process because you're not giving your body nutrients, you know, so.
Interesting.
But that's why I know about all of this stuff. So I can go talk to attorneys and they're like, well, that's not my area of expertise. But there are people that write books on this, you know, and there's attorneys, and it depends on which attorney, to answer your question, which attorney is, you know, into what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true, because there's different type of attorneys.
And they never
so
cover everything.
Your entertainment attorney might not be a UCC attorney.
No, and you know what? I had a couple of people at the coffee shop that I go to, and they were studying for the bar, and they were actually coming to me for the business component of the bar, just because they didn't have experience in it. So. You thinking?
Arrows up! That's when I hear, you don't know what that means to me. That's just like, oh, well, Magi Archers used to protect Kemet, but I turned it into a scholastic organization, so Arrows Up is just like, wow, that was just darts or arrow. You got knowledge, information.
I have knowledge on that. I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not forever on it, but you know.
So there's some things that can help the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, how do they get in touch with you? Or
They can hop on my website, urbanasset.net. Clicks up, we give 15-minute consults, and I'll talk to them.
There you go. Because I'm about to hop on that mug tonight. Nah, for real. I mean, you know, it is what it is. So then, I got questions. What's up with the secure party creditor? You know what's up with that?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch that aspect about the secure party creditor is a part of the UCC1, and that's a part of the whole UCC1 filing. You would be a secure party creditor if you own the collateral.
See, I just pulled that out on you. You didn't think I knew, huh? I ain't got no Googles. I'm just playing. I was just like, oh, I know a little something now.
Yeah, I mean,
but no, explain that to the people, and to me, I really don't. I just know the term.
Well, I mean, it's.
But you ain't messing with that.
Yeah, the secure party creditor is a component of the UCC1. So if I own the collateral, I'm the secured party. I'm securing my collateral that I got from you.
Okay, so when somebody say go do your secure party creditor, they just telling you to go file a UCC1 or something? Or,
I have to
understand
the connotation they're talking about. It's usually going to pertain to the UCC1.
Okay, yeah. And a secure party creditor has benefits over a standard straw man in what way?
So I don't know about the straw man.
Just a regular person who's not a secure party creditor.
We got a next video. We can go over the UCC1, the actual form.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's got all the components on there. Yeah, the straw man is something different.
I'm gonna hold you to that next video.
Yeah.
So you said that, I said cool.
Yeah, well, we got.
Yeah.
We'll hang out. I'm gonna hold you to your stuff.
It's all good.
Okay.
So I think y'all know that was on cue, right?
Oh, okay. I forgot
Yeah,
to.
Oh yeah, I really was thinking like, I wonder if that's still rolling. It probably is, and if so,
Let's see.
we're gonna be out right here.
All right,
It's
peace,
still
y'all.
rolling.
I'm gonna
Peace.
chat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We was talking for 16 minutes.
Oh, that's a good video.
Jeez.
Arrows out.